In a world it was
Yeah, so we are back. We are currently doing a review of DRG. My name is Karsa. Karsa KKWX. Karsa is my name, and KKWX is my empire. And I stream on right now, Sunday at 10 a.m., Monday at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and for Wednesday, where we're going to be doing Generation Zero, and then I also have this, which we do at 1 p.m. That is me. Now we have Bales.
Hey everybody. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, I guess technically was a variety streamer. I am going to be stepping down for a while at least, if not more permanently, as I pursue a full-time job that I'm really looking forward to. But I will still be here to do these reviews and play the games with NRT, and I'm still looking forward to sharing those experiences with all of you. Bullhead?
Hello, Bullhead. Currently getting back into the mix of things. I think I'm officially making the switch over to YouTube, so you can find me over there. But right now my schedule is a bit jumbled, but I'm getting back into things. So hopefully, along with the awesome reviews we're gonna do, you can find me over there.
And Navarone.
My stuff hasn't changed at all.
Okay, alright guys, we are going to do this review real quick. First thing, and I'm not going to start putting in the pictures because it was too much of a mess. The first thing that we know of the review is that we're supposed to figure out the arts and graphics, and I will start off with that, and I will say that the arts and graphics are amazing in this. It's very fun. We did talk about it last time, but of course we've had some issues. Of course. Let's see here. Let me change. Right. So find this gameplay so I can change the yep, there it is. Alright, cool. We're gonna go past this and we're gonna start going there. Yep. Alright. As you can see, it looks kind of like D&D-esque with a little bit of, I don't know, my husband called it a little bit of Borderlands. So, there you have it. Bales, what do you think of the arts and graphics? And will you give it a star or no?
I could not agree more with the concept of D&D meets Borderlands. The skill tree, the aesthetics of the game, the humor in the game, definitely feels like it was made by the same studio. And so I found it very enjoyable, at least from an aesthetic standpoint. It was just, I don't know, you felt like you were back enjoying your childhood as an adult. So you were enjoying those games of your childhood while sitting there blasting away things as you would as an adult. So yeah, definitely a star from my end on that portion.
Bullhead.
I enjoyed it. Like I played it a while ago. And even back then, I like the aesthetic, like old school yet advanced. I don't. I like it. I thought what they did was unique to what like other games try and do. It had its own style and feel to it, and yeah, it easily gets a star from me.
Okay, and Navarone, arts and graphics, star or no star?
Yeah, I guess a star. As an arachnophobe, I like the fact that they actually made the spider enemies a comical design, rather than the standard thing of let's make it look horrifying to people that don't like them.
I would agree. So we have right now stars from everyone. Let's go into controls, starting with Bales.
The controls were very. And first off, I am our resident controller user, and I did not for this game because typically with shooters I use the mouse and keyboard because there's no. I have a firm belief that the best keyboard and mouse player in a shooter in the world player will absolutely decimate the best controller player because it is just easier to use. The joystick just can't function as easily as placing your cursor on the target. So, but as far as the controls went, I really didn't have any major complaints with the controls. I was able to customize what I wanted to, how I wanted to, and it even recognized, mouse button 5 and 6, which allowed me to use the things I wanted to easily from my mouse instead of having to stretch my hands over the keyboard and find the right key. So it gets a star for me.
Okay, and Bullhead, what would you do?
I like the controls. I typically, I guess I've been playing with keyboard and mouse god since maybe the 90s, so I'm pretty used to a lot of different setups they have, and like I had no problems with the controls. Plus, they give you a lot of customization for that, so you can like set things with like your mouse and things like that. So it's nice seeing games just add like a decent set of customizable controls, because I know some games can be a pain because they make you like play a certain way, but then they like have these horrible control schemes, and then you can't customize controls. But I didn't find that problem with this game, so I'll easily give that a star.
And Navarone?
Oh, it definitely gets a star on the control aspect. The fact that they take into consideration the accessibility options, and I mean on the Steam version, I mean you've also got, you can do like remote play through tablets and stuff as well. And the fact that they have that and they don't like outright require you to use a controller for everything, you can use on-screen controls for that stuff as well. Plus, as you guys were mentioning, everything is rebindable.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. It gets a star for me, and that is because I would not have been able to play this game if I could not take care of the shaking and stuff, because I have vertigo when it comes to these type of games. So, surprisingly, I did not have a problem with this game, and therefore that is because of being able to change some of the controls, that it helped a lot for me. So that's a star. Now we are heading into, I think we have gameplay. So, gameplay. For me, gameplay is normal. It's fun. It is better when you have people with you. I did play it single player to start out, but it is, I guess the one thing I didn't like about it though is that I couldn't put one gun on my character. So it's kind of a halfway, I guess it would be a half star for me because of the fact that I really wanted more customization. And like if I could take one thing from one character and one thing from another, but that's just the way it is. So I'm gonna give a half star for gameplay. Anyone else? Let's see here. Bales, what about you?
You know, I had a lot of fun with it. As somebody who's used to not being able to like cross classes in some of the older games I play, I was kind of okay with that. So it didn't bother me a whole lot because I was like new to the game, so I don't really know what the other classes do. Therefore, my own class, the only one I played so far, was the class for me. However, I had to use it, and so as far as the gameplay goes, like I enjoyed the ability to sit there and do absolutely nothing except mine while the rest of you sat there and killed things, making myself just as useful as I can be. So yeah, it's getting a star for me on that one.
Alright, so we have a star from you. How about Bullhead?
Gameplay, huh?
Yeah, gameplay.
I'll tell you what, I loved it. It's like simple. You go, you mine, you kill, you empty your pockets, you repeat until your map is done, and then you just keep doing that until you slowly level up.
Yeah.
Slowly get the materials to improve your weapons and get stronger so you can farm faster and do things better. I liked it. It's a simple. It's like shut your brain off nice. You can just do something. You don't have to do anything like overly complex. You just see the thing, dig a hole, put extra stuff into your mule, and then you bunker up and you kill all the nasties they send at you. So I did enjoy the game.
Okay.
The gameplay a lot. Just the only thing I don't like about the gameplay was that the inventory was kind of limited with how much you can collect. I wish that was expanded on more, so I didn't have to take so many trips back to the mule to like dump my crap into it, so I can like get more and explore more and stuff like that. But like other than that, it was good. So that gets a star from me.
Right. Navarone. Star or no star?
Pretty much the same idea. Like it is good. I know you totally jacked my my statement from the scuff goal.
You could say it again. It doesn't
No,
matter.
I'm of the opinion it only actually deserves that one teeny little bit off for that no cross-classing.
Yeah, so a half star for you.
No, I would give it the full star.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's something that it deserves as much of penalizing for. You know, it's
Okay.
not so much of paddling.
So changed a little bit from last time. Got it.
Yeah, because it is the, you know, it does have the intended experience that they're going for. But it is that thing that if you were playing it solo, then yeah, you are going to be at a massive disadvantage because you can't have the benefits of the driller's drills and say for instance the soldier's shotgun or you know whatever. I'm just picking out of the air there.
Okay.
But the rest of it, yeah, and the one agitation being that it does take a long time to get the XP and levels and stuff to unlock any kind of bigger storage, like on your dwarf before you're actually screaming at Molly that you need to dump your stuff.
Yeah, I do like the fact that it does do customization and all the perks kind of make things a lot of fun. I especially like it when I can have Steve out because Steve will kill the others. Steve is basically one of those things that you're fighting against right now. That's a Steve.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning Steve when you stream at one point, and I had no idea what you're talking about because I haven't gotten that far.
Steve is those spiders, especially the spiders that have like special claws and they're called grunts, I believe, grunts and guardians, and particularly those type, you could actually befriend, and once you've befriended them, then they will fight for you. But they only fight for you during that particular mission, then you have to get another one. So, there's that. Alright, so we are now on Ingenuity, and I'm gonna let Bales do this while I talk to my husband. One moment.
Aha! She's gone. We can talk about her, guys.
Immediate silence.
Yeah, it's immediate silence. My train of thought derailed. So, total disaster. Gonna be on the 6 o'clock news. I'd watch for it if I were you. As far as Ingenuity goes, I really liked sort of this that it combines the shooter as well as sort of like a resource gathering feel to it, because so often there's not a lot of danger involved, and we actually found out very quickly at our first run when 2 bosses dropped on us at the end of the first area that safety is not guaranteed.
Nope, not guaranteed at all.
We died very rapidly, and so it was nice to know that it wasn't just resource gathering, and there's so much more about the resource gathering, and each class has their own purpose. Like, I was sitting there making extraordinarily I'm a mature adult, and I wasn't making silly noises as I drilled through the walls. That would have been silly.
Oh, sure.
I wasn't doing that at all.
No, not at all.
Nope, not me. But yes, it definitely gets a point for Ingenuity, because I feel like it took a bunch of the different things I like about other games and threw them all into one. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay, and Navarone, what do you think? Ingenuity.
Well, it's more of a looter shooter than even looter shooters. Because I mean, you can't drill holes in walls in the Division. But yeah, I mean, individual systems, nothing's actually new. Like, all that stuff exists in other games all over the place. The thing that Deep Rock does that's unique is just bringing it all together. If you want to be like a combat miner in Minecraft, you kind of can't, because it's not really, the game itself is not really set up for that. Whereas that's literally what Deep Rock is.
Okay,
Like
so
Left 4 Dead Minecraft.
So star or no star?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Star.
because for all, it doesn't do anything new, but what it does do, it focuses on and does very well.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead with mine, and I agree with you on that, Navarone. I never played the Borderlands, but my husband has. I used to just watch him, because at the time that when he was playing it, I was having problems with vertigo, so I couldn't play that. But I do find this is what I find most interesting about this is that you're dwarves. You are dwarves, and you are just playing out the D&D dwarf scenario, and that is something I haven't seen a whole lot of when you put it all together, like you're saying, Bales, as well. That it definitely has a different outlook. So I believe that that's where the Ingenuity is, and that is why I'm going to give it a star. How about you, Bullhead?
Oh yeah, it's literally copy and paste, agree with what everyone said. I don't even know what I can add. It was just nice seeing like games combine like two different genres, right? And having it come together in like a unique way like this does, and
That's
have
a
it be
Steve
actually
right
fun
there.
to play. Oh, I think I shot Steve plenty of times.
Oh yeah, people shoot Steve all the time, but Steve is one of those that have the strange claws, but you can
Yeah.
actually make them your friend. So
Friends of friends of friends. But yeah, I agree with everything. It was cool seeing like the two different styles come together in a way like this and just be fun. So I'll definitely give it a star.
excellent. All right. Last part is overall. Would you play it or not? And if you would play it, why? Let's start with you, Navarro.
I'd play it because it's a fun video game.
Right. Would you
It's
replay
definitely worth. If you've got friends that are into that kind of game, it's definitely worth the cost of entry.
it? Yeah.
So definite star.
Okay. Bullhead. Star, no star, and why?
I give it a star. I mean, it's a game like all games become funner the second you add co-op into it and you can play with your friends. Because then it turns it more into like a personal experience and you guys can, just have fun even if it's a crappier game. But this isn't like a crappier game. It's actually a really good game. And if you and your friends have like the same type of tastes, I think if you find 3 other people that like this type of game, you'll find thousands of hours of enjoyment. So I would give it the star and recommend people try it out co-op, not single player, but co-op.
Yeah, single player is kind of hard. Bales.
Speaking of single player, I think we mentioned earlier that we are doing this review for the second time because we ran into technical difficulties. Insert elevator music.
Yeah.
We mentioned before during the last review specifically that like as a multiplayer game, this is such a phenomenal experience. There are obviously things that we felt it could have done better, allowing you to mix and match the classes a little more so you have a little more coverage. But that also is what encourages you to play the multiplayer, and so you really only run into that as a major issue when you're playing single player. And we talked about this, and I just want to bring it back up because this is important for us going forward, is that if a game has multiplayer and single player, we really do, as the reviewers, have a responsibility to play it both ways. So going forward for us, we will review games both as single player and multiplayer. And obviously it'll still have an overall score from us, but like if the multiplayer in this game is fantastic, but the single player is not, we do have to take that into account when trying to rate where it's going to go. And so as an overall game, absolutely amazing game. The multiplayer is so much fun, and I would definitely recommend this to anybody who's looking for a fun multiplayer experience, even if you're really not all that into shooters, because there are different ways to play the game. But certainly as a single player game, I may not recommend it to somebody, because I did go back and play it as a solo player, and it wasn't much fun.
Yeah. So my take on this is absolutely I would buy it, I would replay it, and I did actually. Somebody bought it for me on Steam, and I have had so much fun that I actually have made it so that every other Saturday we're currently playing this game. And if you haven't got it on Steam yet, you should. If you have it on the other, you can do it. It's just for Game Pass. It is free, but you don't keep it forever, of course. However, when you're working with Steam, there's more to it. There's like mods that you can add to it, things like that. And I find that this game is one I'm going to be playing more hours than probably some of the games I played in the past. Even Minecraft, because it's that fun. I've been playing it off and on. I have actually been playing it single player sometimes because I feel like I just want to get out there, take Bosco with me and go. But it's not as fun. It is not as fun as in single player. It is definitely a multiplayer game. And if you're looking for a multiplayer game to play, this is it. This is a great little game. And yeah, I'm still going to be playing it every other Saturday on stream for people who would like to join me. So, I give it a star. That leaves us at 14.5 stars because I chose a half for the other one.
You traitor.
Well,
we
you
had
gave
it
it the
at
half
15
star.
stars last week.
I did give it a
Yeah,
half a
you
star.
gave it the half star in the same
And you
point
gave it a
that
half
I
a
gave
star.
it initially.
But I kept my half
And that was
star.
literally, as Bales was saying, the fact that as a single player game, if for whatever reason you're playing it single player, you are going to have a worse experience.
Yep. That's why
Which
it's
is unfortunate
14.5.
because it is such a good game outside of that.
Well, see, I went back and I played it single player, and I
Yeah.
found that I did not like it as much when it came to
Yeah,
single
because
player.
Bosco just is no stand-in for, up to
Everybody.
3 other people.
Yeah. You will die if you go by yourself in some of these episodes. So,
Exactly.
Oh, we died in multiplayer, but at least we were able to res each other.
right. That is why I chose to go with a half star. Is because I did go back and play it single player. I didn't
Except
like
for
it
the
nearly
part where
as
we
much.
shot the ship off into space while Carsa was still outside of the ship.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you did. You left me hanging.
Left you
So-
hanging or left you in the hangar? Ha!
Ah! Okay, so with all that in mind, we're at 14.5 stars because I'm not changing it. It's going to stay at 14.5 just because of the single player, just because I noticed that I didn't like it as much, and I noticed that there was something lacking when you
Mhm.
play as a single player. So, with that
Also,
in mind,
it's I think it's fair to say, like, we're not looking for a perfect game. We're looking for a damn good game. And this
Wait,
is
yeah.
just shy of just absolutely what we're looking for in a 15 out of 15. So I totally feel you're justified in taking away half a star.
Yep. So, but it's a good enough game that I would play for hours on end, and will be playing it every other Saturday. That is going to happen. Those of you who have Steam, you are welcome to join us when we play. So, and that being said, I think we have a really good game, and I would call it what? We had S tier. Would we say this is an A tier then?
Yeah, I think it's just the low end of S tier.
Low end of S tier. We'll go with low end of S tier because that is
It's a
pretty,
triple
it is
A
pretty
tier.
close.
Triple A is just ever so slightly short on that one thing. Mixed class in the next update, it's a 15 star.
Yeah, if they mix it, it'll
Well,
be
mixed
perfect.
class in the single player, anyway.
Yeah, that'll be actually pretty cool. I agree with that. Anyway, that is our take on DRG. So what's our next review?
Well, I would like to throw this one out here because I'm super excited about it. I have been, like, as soon as I heard about Disney Dreamlight Valley, I was so stoked. So we're doing an unusual one literally a week from now. Usually we run this every 2 weeks, but this is a first look from us at Disney Dreamlight Valley. So I think we're all going to have to...
I'm just going to give you a quick, what my opinion is probably going to be. It's going to be, right?
It's basically Stardew Valley meets Disney. So
Okay,
I played a
gonna
little
give you
right
my-
now, and I'm
my-
not going to spoil what I've experienced so far, but I will say
I'll
that
spoil mine.
what happened is that what you're going with? What happened here? What did I just play?
So So yeah,
I'll stop now.
he's just being mean. He's trying to be.
But yes, we'll be reviewing that, and I don't think it's going to be the typical 15 out of 15 review because we're not reviewing. I mean, this is literally a game in its earliest stages. I mean,
Yeah.
it just came out in early access. It hasn't really had any
Fair
updates
warning,
yet.
I am not installing it. I will play it through the cloud thing, but I am not installing it.
Yeah, good luck with that. It lags on my Xbox One, so good luck with not installing that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'll just mark it down for being a console release that's broken.
I mean, it's not a release, though. It's an
Wow.
alpha. Remember that we aren't going to be giving it a score. We will be talking about the benefits and the drawbacks of it and letting you guys know how we feel about it in its earliest stages.
So yeah, we will be looking at this game next week on Nexus
NRT?
Roundtable. Yes. So this is Karsa, KKWX. Karsa's my name, KKWX is my empire, with Bales 115. It's Bullhead and Navarone 9942. We thank you for being here. We appreciate all of you and hope to see you soon. Please like, subscribe, and the stuff. Hit that button. And we will see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.